Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're taking a deep dive into something a little different.
Oh, different how?
We're still going to be doing our usual deep dive into source material, but this time it's all centered around one word, a really cool word actually. Fulgent.
Fulgent. Okay, I'm intrigued. Not a word you hear every day.
Right. So I looked it up. Yeah, got to start with the basics. And the dictionary definition is dazzlingly bright or radiant. Like think supernova. Or maybe a gemstone catching the light just right.
I can see that. There's definitely a powerful visual that comes with Fulgent, yeah.
But the really interesting thing is how our source material, this time, takes Fulgent and kind of runs with it. It's not just about the literal brightness, but more about how that connects to personal experiences, like those moments where you really feel like you're shining.
Ooh, I like where this is going. So we're talking about Fulgent, not just as a dictionary word, but as a feeling, almost.
Exactly. And our source gets pretty personal with it, too, talking about self-perception and how sometimes you just don't feel conventionally attractive.
I think most people can relate to that, honestly.
Right. But then they talk about these rare moments where you do feel seen, attractive, like you're radiating somehow. And it seems like those moments really stick with you.
Makes you wonder what triggers those moments, doesn't it? Is it external validation
Yeah.
or something within ourselves?
Well, that's where it gets even more interesting. Because our source then says, beauty to me is internal, eternal love. Like, boom, mic drop.
Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty profound statement. It challenges the whole idea of beauty being skin deep, doesn't it?
Totally. But it also makes me think, how do we even cultivate that kind of inner beauty? It sounds great, but is it something you can actually, like, work on?
I think it's more of an ongoing process than a destination. It's about recognizing the worth in ourselves and others, even when we mess up or don't fit the mold.
Some kindness, empathy, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Because when you're coming from a place of love and acceptance, it shows. It's like that inner light starts radiating outward, and that's what makes someone truly beautiful, I think.
That's a really cool way to think about it. And it kind of ties back to fulgent, right? That in radiance.
Oh, definitely. Because it's not about being flashy or loud, but about that genuine warmth and light that draws people in.
I'm getting all warm and fuzzy over here.
It's powerful stuff.
Okay, but here's another thing our source talks about that I think we all struggle with. Feeling intimidated by other people's talents.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Comparison is the thief of joy, as they say.
Ugh, tell me about it. Like, you see someone crushing it in their field, and suddenly you feel like you'll never measure up.
I think the key is how you channel that feeling. Instead of letting it get you down, see it as inspiration. Learn from them. Figure out what makes them tick.
So instead of getting stuck in that comparison trap, it's more about finding your own way to shine, even if it's totally different.
Exactly. Because everyone has unique talents and strengths. Your Solgent moment might not look anything like someone else's, and that's okay.
Love that. Okay, ready for a truly fulgent moment.
Always. Hit me with it.
Our source talks about this time they were working on a huge project, totally overwhelming, tons of stress, pulling all-nighters.
Sounds rough.
It was.
Yeah.
But they just kept pushing through, problem solving like a champ, going above and beyond what anyone expected.
No, that's what I call shining under pressure.
Right. And it's so cool because it wasn't just about checking a box. Their hard work, their dedication really made a difference on the project, even impacted the people around them.
It's that ripple effect, when you put that much effort and heart into something, it doesn't just disappear, it has an impact.
And guess what? The project ended up being a huge success.
See, hard work pays off. And it's not just about the external success either. It's about that sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing you gave it your all.
That's such a great point. And it brings us back to fulgent, doesn't it? It's not just about being bright. It's about making a positive impact, leaving things better than you found them.
Absolutely. It's about letting your light shine so brightly that it inspires others to shine too.
Okay, I think we've officially reached peak fulgent levels for one day.
I feel enlightened.
But seriously, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a thought. What does it mean to you to shine? And where do you find opportunities to cultivate those fulgent qualities in your own life?
Ooh, good ones. Definitely some food for thought.
Think about it and let us know what you come up with. Till next time, keep shining bright, everyone.
And keep exploring.